I'm Necron, and this is Necron's Lair. Ah. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Texas metal, classic Texas metal, modern Texas metal. Fuck it, all type of shit that I have in my collection. So again, if I forget something that is of importance, please put it in the comments. That's where you can have your say. So we're gonna get started with Militia Classic. Let me say that again. Classic metal from Austin. This is their Regiments of Death demo. This demo was I think put out in '85. Anyway, it is raging power thrash, high scream vocals, all type of stuff. Really killer. The cat went in the room, of course, right when I started doing this. Um, really good. All of it's been reissued on CD, I believe, and all their stuff. I mean, they're like compilation of all their material, but this Regiments of Death demo is really killer. Probably my favorite thing they did. The next thing up is another rare Austin demo. This is the Saranax Battalions of Death demo. Really good raging power thrash, flying double bass, just high energy on every song, killer vocals. You still got the '80s fucking power screams, but not in a posery way. Really fucking just all out aggressiveness. Great riffs. I really thought that band would have gotten bigger, but I think they broke up right after they might have started. I'm not sure. Next up is Rotting Corpse from Dallas. This is their first demo featuring John Paris on guitar. This stuff is killer thrash, kind of more on the evil end of thrash from back then. I say if you can find that CD, it has all the Rotting Corpse stuff. This demo is on there. This is I think one of their best things they ever did. They used to come to San Antonio and just have raging shows. Really good band. Next up is San Antonio's Hell Preacher. You know, probably saw Roger on jamming out all badass. These guys, they were ahead of their time. They were kids when they put this one out, teenagers. Riding the way between thrash going into death metal. It's not really thrash. This is dark, evil stuff for his time. Maybe on some parts of the vocals with the screams, you know, people will say that, but those riffs are fucking evil and heavy as hell. And it got reissued on 7-inch from a label out of Germany. What are they called here? Fucking, I can't read it anyway. It's killer. Has a bonus track rehearsal on it from a song from a rehearsal, Bloodbath. If you can find this, go for it, man. You won't be disappointed. It's really killer. And of course, the Texas Kings of the old days, Necrovore. I talk about this in my Necrovore video. There's really nothing more left to say. If you just get their stuff. The guys pretty much invented death metal as we know it. And next up is Watchtower from Austin, Texas. Everyone probably knows about Watchtower. This first album's great. Texas power metal with almost some thrash. Meltdown was an intense song. So I would say there's definitely some thrash tendencies. Great fucking vocals from Jason, 80s style fucking screams. These guys ruled. I used to see them back in the day, always killing it live. Good band. Next up, we're going to talk about Imprecation. Imprecation, legendary Texas death metal. I think most everyone's familiar with, but I like to show off this split album with Black Blood Vomit from Greece. You can see each band gets their own side of the split. This is super nice packaging. I always thought that was a really sweet CD that they did split. But obviously they have a long ass discography, great demos. I always love the one with the comp that has all the old demos and EPs on it. You can find it, man. You're in good shape. Legendary Texas metal. And it sucks that what happened. Wes was in the band, and one of the founding members, Ruben. Both those guys passed away recently, the last couple of years. Big part of the Houston scene is a big blow to them. I know a lot of brothers in Houston. Sucks. Always shout out to Wes and Ruben, great guys. And going back into the past, SA Slayer. I talked about them some on my Slayer video too, so I won't go into too much detail. If you want to see more about them, watch that video. Anyway, this is the reissue of the Go for the Throat, Prepare to Die album and EP. Great power metal thrash, power thrash, I guess we could say, with classic metal moments. Great guitar playing. Features Ron Zombic on Go for the Throat, who's guy's a freaking guitar genius. He's really awesome and a great guy too. Next, we're gonna throw in a curveball. Bam! We got Roll Burns to Death. This is hardcore punk from out of Austin. They are defunct, but this album, Totalitarian Sodomy, tongue twister for me, is raging. So heavy it should be metal. If anyone wants to get into really dark, crusty, not fucking dumb crusty, but just dark music, this album, good stuff. And now we're going back in the past with San Antonio's Blood Spill. This is some evil death metal from the old days, from the 80s, late 80s. Bloody Freddy on vocals. If anyone knows the Bloody Freddy, he's a maniac. Yeah, he's quite the character. Anyway, this is his band Blood Spill. The album, the demo was called Playground to Death. It was reissued. And you can probably find this if you look for it everywhere. I highly recommend it. These are 3 songs that they're like fucking 10 minutes each or something like that. Really long songs, a lot of changes, fast, but like not fucking blast beats, but old school death metal with just that evil fucking style that I love from the days of yore. Now we're gonna get into something a little modern. This is Trench Warfare. I believe they started out in West Texas. The guitarist Tony's still located out there, and Jay, the vocalist, is in Austin now. But anyway, that doesn't even matter. This is some heavy Viking war metalish Black Death. Be like your shit. This fucking heavy as fuck and blast beats galore and crushing riffs. You're gonna love Trench Warfare. Check them out. They rule. Next up is Wolf Skull from Houston. This is Dave Herrera's band. Dave is the singer of Imprecation as well, but this sounds nothing like Imprecation. This is more like Misfits, go death metal or something of that nature. Really interesting, different take, but I enjoy it. It's good stuff. Check it out. Here's another one I like. This is a Churchacide and Plague Storm split CD. We're going to talk about Churchacide a little more, but I want to talk about Plague Storm because we were talking about Tony from Trench Warfare. Well, this is his other project that he does. This is it was really heavy, brutal Black Death, and I believe Tony had the Vader drummer play on this. I have to double check with him, but I think that's what I remember him saying at one point. Anyway, the drumming is insane, relentless, great Black Death metal. I like it. And we're going back into the past with Wizard from San Antonio, and this is their Knights of Metal EP. This EP is from probably the mid 80s. Well, not the CD, but it was put out on vinyl back then. This is reissued on CD. This is I love this. It's just straight up power metal. Good stuff. Fun music. Nothing like you're gonna expect to hear from bands today, but if you like that old, just pure straight 80s power metal, check this out. Next up is Nexul from El Paso. These guys, this is modern stuff. You can get this on Hell's Headbanger, I believe, or no, this was on Iron Bonehead, I believe. But their first one, full length, was on Hell's. Not quite sure. But anyway, killer Black Death, very extreme, evil, you know, the type, this modern Black Death, the way it should be, this super evil, super underground, super militant. Next up is Maiestas. I always get it confused how to pronounce it, but anyway, this album Purgatorium is killer. This is really well written. I mean, it's death metal, black thrash, maybe. Yeah, more black thrash, not really death metal, but it has elements. But yeah, this epic, really epic black thrash. Dave was an original member. Yeah, pronounced that wrong. Original member of Absu on the first album. He got this band rolling, and it's just really good. This album again is called Purgatorium. Maiestas. Check them out. As usual, I'll put links to all these bands. I'll try to remember to get them all. This is a lot of bands in this video coming at you. So now I want to bring up some Houston legends. Again, Imprecation and Blaspherian. This is their split 7-inch that they did on Dark Descent. This now, to me, this is must have in your death metal collection. Of course, you know, Ruben and Wes teaming up to do a split. And I got another Blaspherian 7-inch here. You got to pay respect to Wes and what he's done for the Houston scene. Both these are killer 7-inches. I suggest just try to find any Blaspherian Imprecation and get it in their collection. For some reason, you don't have it, but this great Texas metal, legendary guys, legendary bands. Now, back into the modern era. Malignant Altar out of Houston. This album's, I forget the name of it. I really read these stuff half the time in this dark room. Anyway, Malignant Altar on Dark Descent Records. I'll put a link for this one. Features Dauber on drums, so you know the drumming is going to be super tight, super double bass, super blast beats, crushing guitar riffs. They're getting pretty darn they got a big buzz. So good for these guys. Very good death metal. Now we're gonna jump up to Dallas with Still Bearing Hand and their album Slay in Hell. This is, it seems like the Dallas band's like the black thrash. This is more black thrash. Really, it's a really solid release. They these guys play live and they destroy too. Killer band. I suggest get this one. Good stuff. Now we're gonna talk about Churchacide. This is some Black Death. I don't know, like in the Be Still Wordless type of vein. If you're familiar with that, then you know what I'm talking about. It's some heavy ass shit. Features the bass player that's been in every band in Texas, even travels through time, I heard, and plays in bands. Jake Holmes. He's but he's not on bass on this one. This is funny. It actually features Keith, who plays with me in Hod and Pious Levis. Anyway, and this is just ripping stuff. Played a couple shows with these guys before, and gal. They're fucking killer. If you can find this CD, check it out. Solid stuff. We haven't talked about anything from South Texas until now. Hexella. This album, EP, I guess we'll call it. I think it was their demo. It is a Road in Hell, as I say, Road to Hell, a Road in Hell. Anyway, this is killer. I just highly recommend it. So, yeah, I played a show with them not too long ago in the Valley, and they destroyed really killer Black Death with some thrash in it. Take, I don't know, some Bathory type vocals with Killjoy's Black Blood Vomitorium CD, and kind of mix them, and that's what you get here. And Noella, the singer, is obviously a female, and she's fucking destroyed. She's a great front person. This band, I think, is probably gonna take off. They just seem to be killing it. Can't recommend this one enough. You can get it through Goat Throne. Their label, I always forget how to pronounce it. So just look it up. Hexella. You'll find the links. Next up is Bam! Oath of Cruelty, another great Houston band featuring vets of the Houston scene. You got Matt Hefner on drums. You got fucking David Dev on guitar. And D Killer. Okay. Anyway, all these guys are fucking great players. This is kind of sounds like if Creator crashed into Angel Corpse, in my opinion. Some riffing riff. You know, Dave, he's a fucking riff machine. These guys fucking rip. Seen them live a couple times. They always destroy. Really fucking heavy, really fast. Good thrash rhythms, heavy thrash, not, you know, cheese fucking pizza thrashes. We're talking like, you know, Slayer type of thrash or something really good. Next up is Bam! Trenchant from Austin, Texas. This is Black Death with a more Milton edge, like let's say modern Marduk kind of an attitude, a little bit in the music. Also features Alto on drums. If anybody knows who that is, he's a great drummer. Has been Mortuary, again, Sacral Curse. I forgot to pull Sacral Curse for this. Anyway, yeah, you gotta check out Sacral Curse with Zorak from Houston, by the way. Guy's a killer drummer. They put out a fucking really good album here. I would recommend checking it out. Now we're gonna just go through a couple of sets I have left. I think that's it. This is a rare one. It's an Imprecation 97 promo. Does not have Dave on vocals. It features Mark Bleacher. I hope I'm saying that right, guys. Let me know. Anyway, this is special to me because we used to play shows with my old band with these guys, and this 97 promo is like Imprecation at their most black metal, I would say, era of the band. Really cool EP. Another Texas metal throwback, a Versifera demo. This is cool. Baphomet Sin Abset. This is their first release, and these guys were on top of the game even back in the day with Jeff Candy. Even got a sticker in it. I just usually keep that stuff in there because I like to keep the packaging complete. Professional cassette here. They obviously went on to bigger and better things, got signed to Candlelight. They did tours all over. You see a lot of these new black metal videos, you know, USBM, and they don't even talk about the bands who were fucking out there putting the scene on the map. Versifera is definitely one of them. They toured Europe too as well. All right, so I'm gonna round off with the modern era here. Black Jackal from San Antonio. They're making a name for themselves. You I have the cassette and I also have the CD, but I found the cassette first. They're on Goat Throne. Really black thrash in the midnight vein. If you're into that type of stuff, you'll probably love this their band, Black Jackal. And the last one, unfortunately, these guys aren't even around anymore, but it's Cemeterium. But this was so good. Crushing Houston band. Kind of a Houston band all-star lineup. Francisco on guitar from, you know, Jamming Out All Badass, HRA, and all his other bands that he has in the past. David Deff again on the other guitar. Daniel, the original, the world fucking Daniel, the fucking artist now. Everybody knows he's fucking doing great shit with art, but his vocals, he sounds like the fucking Swamp Thing, Man Thing if he was a fucking vocalist of a death metal band. It's fucking wild. Oh yeah, and again, Matt Hefner on drums, so the drumming is fucking ripping, heavy as shit. This I believe is, you can find this on multiple formats. I got mine on cassette. I think you get it on CD. It's pretty much you can find it if you look for it. And I believe I pulled everything. Yeah, that's it here, guys. I didn't mean to go 20 minutes, but anyway, just wanted to talk about Texas metal. If there's anybody I forgot, throw them in the comments, or anyone you want to plug. That's what it's about. Support what you like. This is stuff what I like, and we'll see you later with fucking another video when I decide to do one metal.